Getting a green card is one thing. Turning it into $1 million strategy is another. Most immigrants fight just to get the papers, to breathe, to finally feel like they can stay. But once the excitement fades, reality hits fast. A green card does not guarantee success. It does not guarantee a high-paying job. It does not guarantee stability. For a lot of us, it is just permission to struggle legally. That was the hard truth I had to face. Employers didn't line up for my resume. My degree from back home didn't translate neatly. My English was good enough to survive, not good enough to compete. And while I was figuring it out, rent still came due. Groceries still had to be paid. Bills still stacked up. That is where most of us get stuck, spinning in survival jobs, too tired to study, too broke to invest, too stressed to think long term. And that is exactly why I say this out loud. The army was my leverage. It was not just a uniform. It was a system I could plug into on day one that would give me time, money, training, and a map out of survival. On this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime back. Let me show you the immigrant reality before the playbook. You land in America with dreams and a deadline. Your money runs out faster than your confidence grows. You send application. No one answers. You show up to interviews. They want experience in the US. You try to explain your skills, your certification from back home, and you watch eyes glass over. Even when you get a job, it is often the night shift, the double shift, the shift nobody else wanted. Your body hurts, your mind is foggy, and your English improves slowly. Weeks blur into months. The fear is quiet but constant. What if this is it? What if this is all I ever get? That fear either breaks you or it pushes you to look for a lever big enough to move your whole life. For me, that lever was the army. Here's what most people don't realize. As a lawful permanent resident, you can enlist. You don't need citizenship yet. And when you sign, you are not just getting a paycheck, you are stepping into a system built on predictable money, predictable housing, predictable path to education, predictable healthcare, and a real route to citizenship that does not leave you waiting in lines for years. It buys you time. It gives you margin. And margin is how you make a good decision instead of desperate ones. The Immigrant Playbook starts with a brutality honest mindset shift. Stop trying to win the American game with no pieces on the board. The army gives you pieces. It gives you BAH to stop bleeding rent. It gives you healthcare so a single accident does not wipe you out. It gives you the GI Bill so you can get paid to learn. It gives you credibility with employers who never return your calls. It gives you a track to citizenship faster than your friend waiting outside of the system. Stack those pieces and now you are playing chess while everyone else is talking moving checkers. Step 1. Citizenship Acceleration. Enlisting as a green card holder unlocks a lane to naturalization that most immigrants never see. You are not random paperwork in a random pile. You are saving. That matters. Once you become a citizen, doors open everywhere. Certain jobs, certain clearance, certain lenders, certain opportunities. There is a difference between permitted to work and fully belonging. Citizenship turns a question mark into a period at the end of your name. It is not about a passport stamp. It is about leverage in every future conversation you will ever have. Step 2, kill the rent trap. The rent trap is how the rat race keeps you obedient. Civilians pay half their income to rent for decades and end with nothing. When you enlist, BAH lands in your account. That is not a tip. That is a weapon. You can live smart off post and pocket the spread or live on post and simplify your cost while you stack savings. If you respect your BAH, you will build your first real cushion. Later, when you ETS, you unlock the VA loan, $0 down, no PMI, and if you are rated at least 10% disability, you avoid the funding fee. If your faith or personal value keeps you from interest-bearing loans, there is still a rent hack path. Sign the lease, bring in roommates, keep total shelter under 25 to 30% of your inflows, and use the difference to fund skills, tools, or your first small business inventory. 2-track, same goal. Never let housing eat your dream. Step 3, learn while paid. The GI Bill is not just free tuition. It is a tuition, books, and a housing allowance while you study. Civilians take out loans and hope the degree pays off later. You get paid to sit in class now. That flips the script. If school is your path, pick programs that cash flow in the real world. IT, cybersecurity, software engineering, cloud, nursing, allied health, trades, project management, data scientist. If school is not your lane, use VR&E to fund certification, tools, license, or apprenticeship. Either way, your time learning is not unpaid. You are stacking credential while stacking deposit. And if you don't need the GI Bill for yourself, you can preserve it or transfer it to your family so your family never experiences the student debt trap you watch others drown in. Step 4. Make healthcare a non-issue. Immigrants know the panic of medical bills. One emergency can erase years of progress. In uniform, you are protected. As a veteran, you have access based on your service and your rating. If you ultimately reach 100% permanent and total, your family can be covered through CHAMPVA. That means your future is not one broken bone away from bankruptcy. That count is priceless. It is hard to build when you are afraid of a cough. Step 5. File what you earned. Service leaves marks. Not every injury bleeds. Document your knees, your back, your hearing, your sleep, your mental health. Don't let pride steal your future. File your claim with evidence, not vibes. A proper rating translates into tax-free income for life. $2,000, $3,000, $4,500 a month. Numbers that change your margin forever. Those are tax-free. That is not charity. It is compensation for costs you already paid for. Stack that with your civilian salary, your housing pay, your education, and you are not making it, you are building it. Now, let me show you the math of the 1 million strategy, not as hype, but as compounding reality. Imagine you save one enlistment with discipline, you ETS with citizenship, a degree or in-demand certification paid for, savings because you treated your BAH like a business owner, VA healthcare access, and a well-documented disability rating that yields $2,000 to $4,500 tax-free monthly. You enter the civilian market in a field like IT at 70K, 90K, or a skilled trade with strong overtime and union upside. You keep housing efficient, VA loan house hack or roommate rent hack, drive a paid-off car, and invest the difference monthly into a broad market index funds. Over 10 to 15 years, even moderate contributions snowball beyond 6 figures, then 7, because time in the market and disciplined cash flow beat fancy peaks. Add in property equity from a good housing play, add in tax advantage account if you or your spouse have earned income, rough HSA if you're using an HDHP, and the $1 million strategy stop being a slogan. It becomes a boring spreadsheet. Boring is good. Boring buys freedom. Here are the traps that break the playbook and how to dodge them. Trap 1. Lifestyle creep. The uniform can trick you into thinking you deserve the car, the watch, the apartment with LED light in the ceiling. Respect yourself enough to say no. Your future family will thank you. Trap 2. Procrastination on claims and documentation. I will do it later costs your future, money every month for the rest of your life. Make appointments. Tell the truth. Put it on paper. Trap 3. Aimless schooling. Don't chase degrees for a vibe. Pick lanes with employers waiving job offer, healthcare, tech, trades, logistics, public safety, project management. Trap 4. Trying to copy civilian path. Your advantage is different. Civilian fight for scraps. You have got benefit they cannot touch. Use your lane. Trap 5. Mission drift. Money without purpose leads to reckless choices. Define your why early. Family, faith, freedom, service, and check your spending and schedule against it monthly. Let me give you for free a 12-week immigrant sprint to kick this off. Week 1, open a separate account. Send 20% of every inflow there, non-negotiable. Week 2, list every monthly bill. Cut anything that does not serve your mission. Everything that does not serve your mission. Week 3, pick your post-service career lane, field, not 3, 1 field. Week 4, mark the credential you need, degree or certification, and the funding path, GI Bill or VR&E. Week 5, if you will use the VA loan later, learn house hacking math now. If you want, use loans, design a roommate rent hack, plan with legal sublet terms. Week 6, document any injuries, symptoms, or issues, schedule exam, start a binder. Week 7, build a simple resume aligned to your chosen field. Book a 2 mock-up interview. Fix your LinkedIn. Week 8, open a brokerage. Set a small auto invest, even if it is $50 a month. That will take you far. Habit beat size. Week 9, meet a transition counselor. Book any missing tab classes. Collect letters of recommendation. Week 10, apply to 5 roles at least a week or line up your apprenticeship. Measure progress. Don't feel it. Week 11, run a free money audit. State perks, property tax exemption, DMV waivers, licensing discount. Week 12, review what moved the needle. Lock the next 12-week plan. Repeat, I won't lie to you. There is sacrifice in this. You will miss parties. You will study when you are tired. You will work while others scrolls. You will sit across from people who don't believe in you yet. But the compounding is real. 3 years of discipline can buy you a lifetime bag. The problem is most people never string together 12 discipline weeks. It's just 12 weeks, man. Let alone 3 discipline years. That is why they say it does not work, because they never actually run the playbook long enough to see it. I also want to say this to the immigrant who feels behind because of language. Your accent is not your weakness. Your accent is not a weakness. It is a map. It tells a story about what you survived to get here. Use the army to buy time to practice, to immerse, to grow fast. You will make mistakes. Keep speaking. Fluency follows exposure. Money follows fluency plus discipline. And dignity follows having your bills covered before your paycheck lands. That is what this playbook is about. Dignity, not just dollars. Here's the bottom line. A green card without a strategy is permission to struggle. A green card with the Army playbook is permission to build. Citizenship fast-tracked. Housing hacked. Education paid while you learn. Healthcare that does not bankrupt you. Disability income compensating what service costs you. A career lane with real demand. Investment that compound quietly while you live your life. That is not fantasy. That is literacy. The question is not, can it work? The question is, will you work it? Drop a comment if you have any question and I will answer them. Thank you for your time and thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.